Geno Auriemma confirms GOAT of women's basketball, and it's not Caitlin Clark. Diana Taurasi announced her retirement from basketball on Tuesday, ending a career that saw her become one of the sport's all-time greats, as well as a transcendent star. Geno Auriemma hailed Diana Taurasi as the greatest winner in the history of basketball, ranking her above Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and the rest of the WNBA. On Tuesday, Taurasi called time on her career, leaving a legacy that's nigh on impossible to match. The 42-year-old boasts an impressive resume: three-time champion, 14-time All-WNBA selection, 11-time All-Star, and MVP, to name just a few of her many honors. Given Taurasi's extensive list of achievements, it's clear Clark has her work cut out to reach the same heights. Auriemma, who coached Taurasi at UConn, laid out what the Indiana Fever star and her WNBA peers need to do to be mentioned in the same breath as the ex-Phoenix Mercury icon. In my opinion, what the greats have in common is they transcend the sport and become synonymous with the sport, Auriemma said in a statement. For as long as people talk about college basketball, WNBA basketball, Olympic basketball, Diana is the greatest winner in the history of basketball, period. Auriemma also shared how tough it was for him to express what Taurasi's retirement means, especially since he was by her side during her college and Olympic triumphs. When someone's defined the game, when someone's had such an impact on so many people and so many places, he reflected, you can't define it with a quote. It's a life that is a novel, it's a movie, it's a miniseries, it's a sage. It's the life of an extraordinary people who, I think, had as much to do with changing women's basketball as anyone who's ever played the game. With Taurasi retiring and Clark in her second WNBA year, many reckon she could fill Taurasi's shoes. The WNBA's increased visibility aids brand recognition for players, Taurasi noted on The View post-retirement. It's a challenge for women, for us to support each other, as we know, she said. You're going to long lengths to make sure all women's sports are on TV. That's the thing that's always been the most important, is visibility. When you learn about these athletes at an early age, like we are now with the Caitlin Clarks and Angel Reeses and Paiges, Bukers, you get to follow their stories. They did in the 90s and 2000s, but not at the length with social media, and that light is really what's going to make this go forward. This next generation is bullish. They don't just shut up and dribble like we did. They're loud. Taurasi also heaped praise on Clark for her impressive debut year in the league. It's amazing what Caitlin's been able to do in her short career so far, Taurasi remarked following a game between the two. The one thing that I really love about her, she loves the game. You can tell she's put the work in. It's been a lot of pressure, a lot of things thrown at her, and she keeps showing up and keeps getting better every single game. And if Clark has her sights set on taking the crown from Taurasi, her influence will need to extend beyond the court, which seems likely given the number of fans she's brought into the league's fold.